मोदी जिंदा है, उनकी दाल गलने वाली नहीं है.
I want to contest from both the constituencies, two constituencies. One is Varna, the other is Kola.
We are sure to come back to power with thumping majority.
What happened in 5 years? Throwing the money, they think that they will win. They can purchase the voter.
We want younger generation to come.
Old Mysuru, a region considered to be the heartland of Vakaligas. They're emotional people, caste matters to them, and they play a significant role in deciding which party comes to power in any elections in Karnataka. The JDS has managed to traditionally hold this region as its bastion. But this time round, the focus is excessively on Ramanagara, Mandya, Mysuru and Chamarajanagar. All three parties want to ensure that they corner a majority number of seats from this region. Old Mysuru, a region known for its sugarcane fields, rich history left behind by the Wadiyars and Tipu Sultan and caste-based elections. It's a major tourist attraction because of its palaces and hill station. But political tourism is the flavor of the season. The spotlight is on 61 seats spread across Kolar, Chikkaballapura, Bengaluru Rural, Tumukuru, Ramanagara, Mandya, Mysuru, Chamarajanagar, Kodagu and Hassan districts. The BJP, which has never crossed the majority mark in Karnataka, wants to make gains in newer seats. And Old Mysuru is one region where it wants to do well. In order to make inroads here, the party has tried every trick in the book, from building Kempegowda statues to having Prime Minister Modi and Amit Shah campaign in the region. In July last year, the Jamia Masjid here in Srirangpatna was in focus after right-wing groups alleged that Tipu Sultan had built this masjid over a temple. This region, which is dependent on agriculture, has seen several issues over the last few years. Just before the elections were announced, the BJP also raked up the Urigowda-Nanjegowda controversy. With the BJP lacking a big Vokaliga leader from the region, the party is banking heavily on Prime Minister Modi's charm offensive and the newly inaugurated Bengaluru-Mysuru highway. The party won 15 seats in the region and ended up a distant third in seat tally from here in the last election. Joining us right now, Mr. Pratap Simha, who's the MP from Kodagu, Mysuru constituency, sir. The BJP has been aggressive in this region. As an MP, you've been showcasing the kind of work the party is doing, both the state and the central government is doing. Where do you see things standing here as we are heading towards election, especially in this region?
This entire old Mysore region is the stronghold of either JDS or Congress. They switch, loyalties in each election. But it is between these two parties. In between, BJP is trying to, make inroads through developmental work because it is completely caste-ridden. These two parties are indulging in only caste-based politics. But we have taken a different route. We have already constructed a 10-line highway between Bangalore and Mysuru. And Mysuru Ring Road is the national highway now. We are going to, construct a world-class airport in Mysuru. And we are also going to, have one more 4-lane highway, access-controlled highway between Mysuru and Kodagu. Through these kind of, developmental work, we are trying to win over the hearts of, common man. So from last two parliamentary elections, be it in 2014 or 2019, people of Mysuru region have voted for us. I am the second term MP. From last 30 years, nobody got re-elected, but people got me elected again. This shows they are reposing their faith in Narendra Modi ji and his developmental work.
So you have the Congress and the JDS saying the fact that the BJP has changed its strategy a couple of times in the region. They're saying they first raked up Urigowda-Nanjegowda and they went back. They're also saying the Jamia Masjid was triggered by BJP. So the Congress and the JDS says they don't have leadership here. The JDS in fact goes a step further, saying the community has accepted Devegowda as its undisputed leader. There's nobody else.
They are still banking on the name of HD Devegowda. They don't have any other USP. Their unique selling proportion is HD Devegowda's name.
Despite an aggressive campaign by the BJP, the JDS says its former Prime Minister H.D. Devegowda, who's the undisputed leader for the community. The party is also banking heavily on the goodwill it enjoys with farmers. JDS leaders say that the farm loan waiver scheme announced by H.D. Kumaraswamy during his tenure as the Chief Minister will be a game changer for the party. For the JDS to have any shot at being kingmaker, it has to dominate in old Mysuru. JDS is the biggest player in the region. The party won 25 out of its 40 seats from here in 2018, sweeping districts like Mandya and Hassan. The party is also trying to milk the recent controversy over Amul's entry in Karnataka. Farmers in this region are dependent on dairy farming and have a long bond with Karnataka Milk Federation. Joining us right now, MLA Mr. Ravindra Shrikantaya. He's a major face for the JDS here in Mandya. Remember, JDS swept the Mandya district last time round. Sir, where does the party stand now? The BJP is aggressive in the old Mysore region, especially in Mandya. The Prime Minister is here, Amit Shah comes, issues of Vorigowda and Nanjegowda, a lot of it happening. Where does JDS stand?
Yes, of course. Actually, these BJP people are just rushing up now. Up to 4.5 years, they have not even visited this place and want to know the problem of the people. They are not interested. Just they want to campaign. All the central leaders are coming and just giving an impression like. But people are not carried away about this movement. Here, Mysore region is totally based on agriculture. So people knows the reality. Then they, practically they are with JDS. This Mysore region is practically with JDS party because we give more preference to the farmers. Naturally, they are with us.
So the Congress says the fact that they have one Siddaramaiah who is a former Chief Minister and second it's DK Shivakumar heading KPCC. They are saying even Vokaliga votes will come to the Congress. How do you see this panning out in your constituency or in Mandya, Mysore regions?
What I feel is there are much confusion in Congress party. There is no clarity. You can see that in recent national channel, Siddaramaiah ji spoke about the leadership in the Congress. What will happen the next? And for that reason, people are not practically stick on to one point like they may give to DK Shivakumar or something else. Here in Mysore region, practically, I told you, here JDS is much stronger. So Congress and BJP people cannot achieve more what they expect.
With the Vokaliga as KPCC chief, the Congress party wants to conquer the Vokaliga heartland. It's a strategy that has worked for the Congress party in 1999. Under the leadership of S.M. Krishna, the party swept the old Mysuru region and formed the government with a thumping majority. The Congress is the principal opponent for the JDS in old Mysuru. Both chief ministerial aspirants, DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah, being from the region, the Congress is hoping to make significant gains. But it may not be smooth sailing for the Congress. The BJP has fielded two sitting ministers, V. Somanna and R. Ashoka, against Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar in old Mysuru. We have with us Mr. Somshekhar from the Krishnaraja constituency here in Mysore. So the campaigning is going on full throttle by all the parties. Where does the Congress party stand, especially in this region, sir?
Congress party is holding his own public and good responsibility, a good response from people. Everything Congress having hold since long.
Yes.
And also what BJP is doing, communal issues and all, it will not work out in Mysore region. Everybody is brilliant. Everybody knows their tactics. And also everybody is living peacefully with Musliman or any other people, Hindu, Muslim. They are living peacefully. There is no any problem. There is no any communal issues. Everybody is living proper peacefully. There is no problem at all.
BJP says we've built the Bangalore-Mysore highway. They're talking about Prime Minister's programs for people. They're talking about double engine sarkar.
BJP is the laying factory. Every time they are laying, everything is laying only. They are not telling truth. Bangalore-Mysuru road, it was started long back when UPA government was in central. At that time, Askar Fernandez was there. At that time, it was sanctioned. Madhyappa was the PW minister. Siddaramaiah was the chief minister. He was given the grants and all. But work is in BJP period, it is going. But there is no any contribution from BJP.
Political analysts who have studied the region and Vocaliga voting patterns believe that some of the communal issues raised in the recent past might not play a role in how people vote. They also suspect that Vocaligas might not back DK Shivakumar en masse, since many understand that it won't be easy for him to surpass Siddaramaiah in the CM race. Sir, you've not just studied the caste, you've also studied this area. How do you think it will pan out this time? There are multiple factors. You have the BJP, which is aggressive. Traditionally, we have seen the Congress and JDS fighting here. How do you see things panning out?
In this region, except in Mysuru, where the BJP has 4 MLAs right now, Mysuru district, I mean, in no other part, Tumkur also it has about 3 MLAs. In leaving out Bangalore city, the rest of this part that we call Old Mysore region, Kodagu they have 2 MLAs, BJP does. It's more or less, it's only JDS and Congress. So I think in the Vocaliga heartland and in rural Old Mysore, it will still essentially be a JDS Congress contest. I think it is an important election for all these 3 parties in different ways. It's survival for JDS, it's bettering one's performance and having a chance at forming its own government for the Congress, and for BJP to also say that we have all state acceptability. Please remember its appeal is restricted now to the coastal areas and to urban centers and to North Karnataka and Hyderabad, Karnataka.
Added factor of Prime Minister Modi here. The BJP is saying, well, now the caste won't matter in this region. People will vote for development. We've built the Bangalore-Mysore highway. Do you think these 2 factors will play a role?
You know, the Bangalore-Mysore highway, as well as the statues that it's been building, the airport in Shivakumar, etc. I think they've gone some distance. They've definitely gained a certain kind of, popular approval. But the elections are 40 days away, 30 days away. So I think a lot could happen in these days, and these could recede. They may not become significant electoral issues. Please remember, it's Pratap Simha, the MP, who's been taking the credit. And this is a state level election. So no MLA in that region is going to claim credit for this particular achievement. And please let's also remember that this highway has actually cost a lot of traders, local businesses, their business. And there is a lot of discontent on this score.
While all parties are talking about caste and freebies, youngsters in the region want something more concrete. Whether it's the BJP, the Congress or the JDS, all of them are trying to woo the youngsters, the young voters of Karnataka. They are likely to play a significant role in this election. So we are here at University of Mysore, one of the premier educational institutions here in this region, just to meet the youngsters, understand whether the kind of promises made by these parties really appeal to them, and also what do they think about the administration and the narrative that they have seen over the last 5 years. Remember, we've had 2 governments, one the Congress-JDS government and then the BJP government. I'll go to them. Probably their thoughts might be different than what we are already seeing amongst voters in the other age group category. As I said, we've seen 2 governments so far. What do you think really stands out? The kind of narrative we've seen over the last 5 years, or what has been the headlines from the state? Hijab, halal, we've had Jamia Masjid, a lot of these communal issues, we've had freebies now, corruption is a huge issue. What really mattered to you?
Okay, when the elections are came out, then only these kind of hijab is there, no, that kind of issues are happening. So when there is no election, then there is no kind of such issues. So to get rid out of this, what are the youngsters we are there, no? If the youngsters come to the election or come to the politics, then definitely they can bring changes in the society. So
You believe youngsters can change the society, but youngsters have a crucial responsibility of voting right.
yes,
Right?
Yes.
What do you think about the kind of issues that are currently underway in the election? The Congress talks about corruption. The BJP says, look at Prime Minister Modi and the double engine Sarkar. The JDS says, well, we are the only ones who can satisfy the regional aspirations. How do you see these things?
Sir, to talk about it, first of all, election is one of the strongest weapons for democracy. So, taking part in election is a prime duty of every eligible voter. So, I think one must take on the responsibility properly, and then today in elections, before talking about the problems coming after the elections, first of all, the election itself is not happening properly. I don't see any unbiased elections taking on. People are selling their votes like film tickets, and they are selling it for materialistic gains. Some party comes and openly announces that I'll give sari, I'll give pressure cooker and all, and people are selling their votes for that.
Kind of promises made either by the Congress, the JDS or the BJP, does that appeal to you? Let's come to what Congress is saying. Congress says, we'll give you 2,000 rupees per family, we'll give you 10 kg free rice, they're saying 200 units of free electricity. They're also promising help to unemployed youngsters.
Rather giving 2,000 rupees per head, they can create the new jobs. Even they are saying that they will give 10 kgs of rice. It could be good, but rather giving 10 kgs of rice, they can make people to earn that 10 kgs. It will be a good thing.
The BJP is very desperate to make inroads into the old Mysuru region. That's where we are currently. The BJP's agenda seems to be two. One, the kind of issues that have come up. Talking about Uri Gowda, Nanjay Gowda, or the Jamia Masjid in Srirangpatna. And then recently we've had the Prime Minister coming here. Will any of it matter to you as a voter from the region?
For me, it does not matter, because I would like to see the developments what BJP government have done or the other previous governments have done for the Mysuru region or any other parts of the state. Whatever the development should speak first for us. Leaving that development and all other things won't matter.
What is it that you think should be their priority? As a youngster, what do you feel?
The priority is not just trying to get votes, but their priority is to make us want to vote them. Their work should not only come up to the hype only during the election time. We see the roads around Mysuru just shining bright like anything now, and the potholes, everything being filled because it's election time. But we would want to choose them if they did it on regular basis and not just during elections. I think education should be one of the most highest priority in the state. It would be really nice headlines if Karnataka state in the next 3 years says Karnataka overtakes Kerala in the literacy rate. That's maybe something we can aim at.
What would you vote for?
Definitely for the development, because Bangalore-Mysore highway is actually a good contribution. It is just not a road. It builds a connectivity in 1.5 hours. It is definitely going to improve the job opportunities. It is going to improve the real estate in Mysore as well, because the traveling in once the traveling duration comes down, it is a Silicon Valley. Bangalore, it is a huge Silicon place. Houses and as I said, the real estate and other technological, because even Mysore
real estate too many times. How many houses do you have here?
I have my.
It's okay. You don't have to reveal it on national television.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm definitely sure that seeing into the development activities from the past 2.5 years, the present BJP government has given, it will also compare with the coalition government, and people will definitely see development also, but the caste will also play a major role.
Caste will still continue to play a role, irrespective of what the general perception is. At least voters here in Mysuru are aware, the youngsters are aware about the issues and what really matters to them. But the older generation seems to be divided on freebies and backing their favorite leader. One thing that perhaps is very famous from Mysuru is Mysuru Park. We are at the famous Guru Sweet March here in Mysuru. As you can see, brisk business happening in election season here. And at the same time, a lot of chatter about election and election issues. We'll try and talk to a few locals. Sir, what really matters to you in this election? What issues will you be voting for?
ವೋಟಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ಆದ್ಯತೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ಸು ಈ ಬಾರಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಮಾನ್ಯತೆ ಇದೆ. ಇಡೀ ಮೈಸೂರು ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯಾದಂಥ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇದೆ. ಬಹುಮತ ಬಂದು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ರಚನೆ ಮಾಡೋಂಥ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿದೆ. ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾದಷ್ಟು ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಅವರು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಅಪೇಕ್ಷೆ ಇದೆ. 100% CM.
ಯಾಕೆ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ?
ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ಈ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಅಂದರೆ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಅಂದರೆ ಬಡವರ ಪರ ಬಡವರ ಬಂದೋದು. ಬಡವರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಹಲವಾರು ಯೋಜನೆಗಳು ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸೆಕ್ಯುಲರಿಸಮ್ ಇದು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಜಾತಿ ಕೋಮು ಗಲಭೆಗಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತು ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟು, ಬಡವರಿಗೆ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ವಿದ್ಯುತ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಮತ್ತು ಉದ್ಯೋಗ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯವ್ರ ಹಲವಾರು ಭಾಗ್ಯಗಳು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಬಾರಿ ಕೂಡ ಫ್ರೀ ವಿದ್ಯುತ್ ಇದೆ. ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಹಲವಾರು ಯೋಜನೆಗಳು ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಫೈನಾನ್ಸಿಯಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾಸ್ಟ್ಗೂ ಕೊಡತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅವಕಾಶಗಳಿದೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟು ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ.
Congress is promising 200 units of free electricity.
No, these are the things which have no meaning at all. Who are they to give? It is a bhiksha like. No, give the job they can earn. That scavenger, he can earn by sweeping. That is the correct duty he is doing. Giving free, nothing have no value at all.
ಸರ್, ಈಗ ಒಬ್ಬರು ನಾಯಕರನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ವೋಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಾ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಪಕ್ಷ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಫ್ರೀ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ 200 ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಪವರ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ, 2,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ, ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ವೋಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಾ?
ಬೇಡಿ ಸರ್, ಯಾರೇ ಏನೇ ಆಮಿಷ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ಏನು ಇದು ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ, ಈಸ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಯಾರಿಗೂ ನಾನು ಇಂಥವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು ಬೇಡಿ. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಜನ ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಾರ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ಸ್ಪಂದಿಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನೀವು ವೋಟ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ಇಷ್ಟ ಸರ್.
Okay, thank you sir. There you go. People not really letting out who they'll vote for, but clearly many of them not encouraging the freebie culture, while others saying that they would go for the local candidate and really vote for them depending on what their constituency wants. Old Mysuru is likely to feature heavily in manifestos of all parties, with schemes for farmers and backward classes in the region. The mutts too are expected to play a significant role. One thing is very clear. Any party that manages to win the hearts of Old Mysuru could go on to form the government come May 13. A divided opinion here could lead to hung assembly. With camera person Riaz, Harish Upadhyaya from Mandya.